In Parshas Yisro, shortly before the Torah details about Kabbalah SaTorah, tells us about the judges that Yisro suggested to Moshe that they find. And on those words, Rabbi Rabbi explains that the greatness of a person is in their midos, as in the midos, the character, the sterling character traits of the judges that they would find for Klal Yisrael. He says beautiful words. He says, Re'esi, Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe Rabbeinu. Lo shibchan hakosov. The pasuk does not praise them for their wisdom. HaKadosh Baruch Hu praises tzaddikim. Rak avol rak b'midos tovos. Noach is called a tzaddik tamim. Avram Avinu, it says, halech lefanei vehi tamim, be complete, be sincere. Yaakov Avinu is ish tam, a wholesome person. Moshe Rabbeinu is anav mikol adam, the humility. The greatness of a person is measured in their midos. And that's why we refer to character traits exactly as that, as midos. The measure and measurements, because a person is measured based on their character traits. And then Rabbeinu B'chai writes such beautiful words. Ki eino ikar hachachma, the main wisdom, the chief wisdom, is only Yosher Hamidos, the straight path, and with good character traits. Kishem she'eno ikar ha'ilon ela ha'pri. Just like the most important part of a tree is the fruits, kamokein eno ikar ha'chochma ela midos tovos. The most important part of wisdom, putting it into play as it were, is the midos tovos that a person has. And I think there's a tremendous chizuk in this. In the beautiful comparison, Rabbi Bachai says to a tree producing fruit and a person who has midos tovos. You look at the trees during the winter and they're barren. And then comes the Yontif of Tu B'Shvat, interesting holiday, where we celebrate, so to speak, and we're celebrating the spring. We're celebrating the fact that inside the tree the sap is rising. We're celebrating the spring, which is weeks away, and many snowstorms and many cold days away. But we're celebrating it because there's movement already within the tree, even though it's not discernible to the eye. Sometimes we work on our midos and become very discouraged because it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. The great prayer, Lord, grant me patience and grant it to me now. It doesn't work that way. If a person wants to change their midos, wants to improve their midos, it's a process, and it's a very long process, and there's setbacks, and a person can't become discouraged. Just like the tree produces the fruit, but sometimes you look at the tree and there's nothing going on. But inside there's what's going on. Don't become discouraged. When you're working on your midos, it's a process. And as long as a person stays the course, as long as a person doesn't give up, a person, Be'ez Hashem, slowly will get there to master their midos. And mastering your midos means, as Rabbeinu Bachai says, producing the most beautiful fruits, our Ma'asim Tovim.